Welcome back to the Power Stroke Jude YouTube channel. I'm Power Stroke Jude. Believe that. It says it right there on my hat. Hope all my dudes are having a great night. I know a lot of you have asked to see a tour of my Snap-on workbox, and that is coming. I promise it's coming soon. Probably not next week because next week's the last Saturday of the month, and I'm going to do an interview with Roscoe. So maybe the week after. But for today, you're going to see what I'm working out of at home. And it's not these two Craftsmen that you see. I mean, I get tools out of those two boxes when I need something, especially if it's like an uh-oh problem. You know, my uh-oh drawer is in one of those boxes. But it's my 5-drawer US General and a little small 5-drawer Husky bottom cabinet that I primarily work out of. I have the boxes here. I figured I might as well use them. And they're easy. They're small. It's easy to have at the front of my garage. The green US General is actually my son's. I've given it to him, but he'll get it when he wants it, and then I'll have to figure something else out. But until then, I'm going to use it. I'm not damaging it or being rough on it or anything by any means, so he'll still get a good cart. But let me pause this video, turn the camera around, and I'll show you what I got. Guys, here's a look at the US General 5-drawer. You guys have seen this on my channel a couple times in videos doing tours. This is probably the last time it's going to get a tour. And there is my Husky little 5-drawer. This is the one that belongs to my son now. Let me start with some things that are on the outside of it. First, you can see I've got a Snap-on creeper. I've got a GNC 660. That's actually a Mac branded GNC 660 though. I've got a collapsible magnet tray. It's Easy Red but branded Cornwell. I have in this tray some oil, some butane, some simple green, some Windex, some air tool oils, some seafoam, and that's what's going on in there. You look at the back or the lid of my cart, I've got an Aries wrench rack that usually, if I take something apart, I'll put the wrench with, I'm using a wrench, I'll hang it there when I'm done. That way when I go back together, it's easy access. I can find it easily. I've got an O'Reilly's cup holder with my green cup filled with water because I'm not drinking Monsters for like the last week. I haven't had a soda in like 3 weeks, and I've pretty much just drank water. I am drinking Gatorades and Powerades because I got to stay hydrated, especially in this heat, especially when I'm working outside. I've got an Easy Red rechargeable light. It's pretty bright. You can see that. They had a sale at JD Tico, 2 for like $40 a few years ago. I bought one in green and one in orange. I gave the orange one to Blaine. I got a US General paper towel holder with some Scott paper towels. I got a OEM Tools kneeling pad. Right here I got a Streamlight rechargeable flashlight, and I've got a Cornwell pocket screwdriver. The pocket screwdriver is not really this short. Having a magnet, one day I was getting out of a truck and it got stuck on the B pillar of the vehicle, and when I closed the door it slammed on it and it kind of shut it and smashed it in. And I thought that was actually kind of cool because I've got plenty of regular size pocket screwdrivers. Sometimes you need a little stubby, and that works perfect. You go up top, I got some Gorilla Glue. I got a deep well 10mm Snap-on 6-point socket that belongs to David Carlisle. I've got an adjustable wrench with a social distortion guitar pick that Anthony GM85 sent me. He said that everybody needs a little small baby adjustable wrench for their EDC, so he sent me that, and he sent me the pick as well, but I just keep the pick in there. I got a few pocket knives, and that's just I have a huge knife collection, guys. If you guys want to see that one day, let me know, and I'll do a video on it. And I'm not talking about utility knives. I got a bunch of those too, and you guys have seen a short on those. I got some nut wax. Thanks from Edioteca. I got an inspection mirror. I got the keys to this cart. Looks like I got an air chuck and some tire pressure gauges and another air chuck up there. All right, that's what's going on the back of the lid. Right here to the side, I've got my Mac pry bar set and an 18-inch breaker bar. The gap is because of the way it's going to fit, and that breaker bar wouldn't fit if I move them all over, so I just put it right there. But that's an 18-inch breaker bar. I needed a place to put it, so it's right there. It's kind of useless if you ask me. It's a Tecton breaker bar. But a breaker bar needs to be longer than that, in my opinion. But it's there. Oh, by the way, you guys see my boy? My dude. But I've got these two little pry bars, both with striking caps. One's a pry bar, one's straight. They're handy. I use them quite often. You can see by their handles that they get used quite often. In fact, all those pry bars do. Then I've got this, which is about the same size as one of the ones that was in there, but they came separate. They were separate sets. A little bit longer pry bar, a little bit longer than that, a little bit longer than that, and then I think that's like a 36-inch or something like that. Excuse my garage, it's a mess, but there's a 53-inch Mac pry bar to complete that set. You move to the other side of the tray, and I've got a Harbor Freight Pittsburgh. They are long. I guess they're called cabinet screwdriver and the cabinet Phillips. I've got the Doyle demolition set with strikers. Those things have been pretty good. I've beat them up pretty good, and they've lasted pretty well. And right here is a Cornwell set of panel trim tools. It's got the long one, and then it's also got the one with the rear curve on it, and then just a couple of regular ones with the different size mouths. At the top of my card, I just have this Streamlight light. I don't know why it's there. This is a Monster Mobile Tools impact rated socket set. It's a wobble extension socket set. This thing is great when you need a little extra, length, and yeah, that's what she said, huh? But this is a great set. I like it a lot. I've also got this set in chrome. Well, I'll show you that later. This is a light and carry, I think it's called. This is a Mac flashlight. This one I got at O'Reilly's or AutoZone. Just a magnet or pickup tool, but it's pretty cool because it's got a light at the end of it. You kind of see what you're doing at the end but it needs a battery right now. And another regular little magnet. Craftsman 16-foot tape measure. Here's just a little, this is a Blue Point magnet tray right now. It's just got a bunch of random stuff that I got to go through and see what's good and what's junk. What I can put in my organizers for when I need something when I'm looking for it. This is just some random stuff that doesn't even go in this cart. So, but if you guys can tell me what these things are. Put it in the comments. And I also have some hex bits and some Phillips and some flats, some slotted screwdrivers all right there. All right. First drawer is just, let's see. I've got a Crescent pass-through ratchet set. SAE and metric. I don't use it much, but it's pretty cool. Like when I'm dropping a fuel tank or something like that, it's pretty handy. I've got a Vim Tools triple square set. I've got a Vim Tools, well, that set goes from 4 to 18. And this is a Vim Tools ratcheting crow's foot. Pretty handy. Sizes 10, 12, 13, 14, 17, and 19. I'm considering getting the other two sets just to complete them. It's a pretty cool set. I like them. I've used it a couple times. I've got a performance tool ratcheting screwdriver. I've got a pair of Crescent or Swiss, whatever they're called, shears, little snap-on flashlight. Oh, that's something I didn't show you. Snap-on flashlight where the magnet won't stay in there. That's the magnet that goes in there. I've got a gap tool for spark plugs. This is a torque wrench for Schrader valves. I'll let you guys, these two are in a couple of shorts that I did last night. So I'll let you put it in the comments if you know what they are, because the short was, what is this tool? So you guys can tell me if you know. And then I got a little wedge trim tool that I think it says Matco, but I think Mueller Cups makes it. And I just panel trim tool when you're in a vehicle. Now, everyone's heard me talk about my ragtag set of wrenches, then I'm looking for a set of wrenches, so don't laugh when you see this. This, even though I have a complete Craftsman set of Craftsman USA, and there are some Craftsman USA in here, but the Craftsman USA in here are ones that I have doubles or triples of, and I do have a complete set. You know, I just know I'm not going to be able to replace them, so I'd like to keep that set complete and give it to my boy later. But this is just a ragtag set of wrenches, SAE metric, basically goes up to 19 3/4, gets the job done. You guys have seen the work I do. This is Tribus Tools O2 sensor wrench, and I know they had a bad rap and they went out of business, but I've used a few times and it's never failed on me. I'm in California, maybe it's a weather thing because I don't get a lot of rust. And then right here are, these are from Cornwell, and it's a set of ratcheting wrenches, and they go, it's an SAE set. Pretty good set, and they're 12 point. It's a pretty good set. I like it. I think it goes up to 3/4. Next drawer, air tools. I've got a 1/2 inch Craftsman 1/2 inch air impact. I've got a Snap-on 3/8 air impact. I've got a Craftsman 3/8 air ratchet and a Snap-on 1/4 inch air ratchet. And right here are my adapters for, it's a Honda adapters for doing ball joints. This is the adapter for the F450 550, and there's the Snap-on master set of ball joints. I'll open that up if you guys want to see it and show it to you in a minute. Next drawer, some hammers, an SAE set, a gear wrench SAE set of ratcheting wrenches. This used to hang right there, but now it's just right here. There's no room in the wrench drawer. This is a Snap-on 3-piece set. Unfortunately, now they have a 5-piece set, so that kind of sucks. But, oh well. Then I got a little mallet, little dead blow, a heel hook, a file, and in here are some trim tools. Kind of hard to open with one hand, but you can basically see what it is. And then the other one is the exact same set, just you can see how much longer. Also Monster Mobile Tools. Last drawer is pretty much electrical and diag. Let's see, in here I have my Matco multimeter DVOM. I have an old amp clamp. I have a Snap-on test light. Digital test. It's digital. It's pretty cool. I have a battery charging and starting system analyzer. That's a nice tool. It's relatively new. Only used it a couple times, but I like it a lot. Still trying to figure out how to make it work with my computer and my printer, but I'll figure that out. I've got a set of Lang test leads, 30-foot retractable test leads. That's pretty cool. I got a little pocket knife. Right here is some Matco picks. The Matco pick set, you guys have seen those before. Here's a small set of, you got some pliers, and some cutters, and some needle nose. I keep this set in here because usually when I'm doing wire repairs and stuff like that, that's when I need the small pliers. So that's where I get those. Here's a little code reader that I have here. I have my Snap-on Triton D10 is in my other box, the one that you guys want to see. Right here is just some tape. There's my Calvin Tools. It's a Wi-Fi borescope. It's just a borescope. That's just basically the line and the light and the camera. And you download an app, which I have on this is my old cell phone, but now that I got a new cell phone, this is just primarily, I use that for this, and I use it for I use that for the borescope. And then I've got one of those little scan to code reader things that you just plug in. It's like a dongle, and then you download an app and you figure out how to use it. I think they were called the blue ones. It's in here. Let me show you guys. This thing's hard to load. This has just got some random crap in it, but it's one of these. This has just got extra leads, an old Harbor Freight battery system tester that got upgraded by a long shot with that one right there. But I think I went over everything in here. And the bottom down here, right there, is those three things up top are just where that magnet tray that had a bunch of random nuts and bolts and stuff like that. That's the good stuff's going to go into those there. This one is just primarily like known good parts for diesels, and this has got like nuts and bolts and stuff in it. That's got some air fittings. I got an old Blue Point DVOM that I don't use, that I got to see if I can do something with it. I got my Noco GB150. I got my DeWalt speaker, and I got a fan in the back. Here is that ball joint kit. It's a master kit right there. This thing is worth its weight in gold. I still got to get those wipes pat so I can keep them. But I will be getting. I'm going to see Roscoe this week. He told me he has the ones that you told me to get. All right, on the Husky box, on top of it, I've got my DeWalt 225 psi. It's a 4.5 gallon compressor. I've got a Diablo hose. It's a retractable air hose and reel. I don't hang it up. I just pretty much pull it out as I need it and put it back in there as I'm done. Diablo was sold at Harbor Freight. I think the box looks the same and it's the same package now, except it says Merlin. So I don't know why they did that, but they did that. On top, I got a Snap-on light. This is nice. You can use it with the battery, or you can plug it in. Here, it's got an AC adapter. It's a really bright light, and on the back, if you're using it, it's got like a strobe or like a red flash, so you can tell people, "Oh, watch out, don't hit me." On the side, I got a magnet tray with the hardware that goes to this for the wheels and tires that I took off of it, because I just have it mounted up there. Top drawer, see, I got an OEM bit set. I got some grip edge bits. These are the hex bits. I got some Snap-on seal hooks. I got a little 1/4 inch and 1/4 inch ratchet. I got a set of Snap-on pliers, except for the channel lock. I think those are Blue Point. I've got a set of Mac picks. There's some RBRT, and those are Torx, and this is grip edge Torx. So I'm going to compare them, try to see what the difference is. This is a set of Mac E-Torx. I got some Steelman screwdrivers. You know, how often do you need screwdrivers? So I just have a small set right there in case I need it with the pocket screwdriver. This pocket screwdriver happens to be anyways, the shank pulls out and you can flip it over to the slotted end. It's from USA SK. I got another pocket knife. I got a little black light, charger. I think that's everything up here. I believe so. If I forgot something, let me know. Next drawer is sockets. This is a set of Cornwell impact sockets. It's got a couple of misses that I got to pick up. It's an old set. I bought it a long time ago. Here's some extensions, 1/4 inch and 3/8, and this I use for a kind of like a cheater pipe on 1/4 inch stuff. For my sockets in the back, I've got Stanley 12-point SAE, and then I've got some Craftsman 1/4 inch. Right here up front, I've got some for the metric. It's a Monster Mobile set of 1/4 inch and SAE. I'm sorry, 1/4 inch and 3/8. And the mid, that's for deep and shallow. The mids are all, this is a gear wrench set, and that is a gear wrench set for 1/4 inch, snap-on set for 3/8. Right here is a power torque little, low profile set of 1/4 inch sockets. The ratchets I keep in here are a snap-on 1/4 inch and a snap-on flex head. I'm sorry, SK flex head, SK LP90. Then I've got a Tone 1/4 inch and a Tone flex head. Next drawer, I've got some Mac made in China chisels. Got a sledgehammer, even though these things have handles, so I really don't need that, but I've got the protection for that. I've got a couple more hammers. I got a, stuff you hammer on. Impact, Vim impact set, pickle fork. In here I've got my DeWalt power tools. You guys can see what I got. I did a short on these last week if you want to see every part number for what I have, but I have a mid torque, I got a drill, I got a little 3/8 impact, 3/8 impact driver, 3/8 screwdriver, I got some extra batteries, I got a flashlight, and then I got a little bit set that is all hex driven. So whenever I need it, it's easy to find because I'll use it with one of these screwdrivers. And in the bottom, I got a pair of mechanics gloves, symmetric stud remover set from Matco. That was a Matco set. Broken spark plug remover set from Lyle Tools. Gear wrench, pulley, puller, and installer. A Drill Master from Harbor Freight heat gun. This is a cool set. I'll show you guys this. It's a snap-on ratcheting screwdriver and bit set. It comes with a bunch of extensions. Man, this thing is really nice. It's really cool. I probably didn't need it, but it was so nice I had to get it. This is a set that Tarek, you guys have all heard Tarek, seen him on all our channels. He sent me this. The company is Grip, and it's a snap ring set. Comes with a couple of picks too. It's pretty cool. You guys have seen this probably recently. This it's just a bit set. Only reason, same one that you get at Harbor Freight. I only got this one on Snap-on. Yeah, right. On Amazon because it was green. What else do I got? Couple of brushes to clean stuff. This here is a old, not used too many times, US General diesel compression set. Fittings don't really, I mean, I've made it work a few times, but it's not an easy compression tester to use or compression set to use. The fittings are short, but it has bailed me out a couple times, so I shouldn't knock it. To be honest, the set is pretty much unused. I mean, I have used the gauge, and I've used this fitting right here, and that's the fitting that I would use on the 7.3. But like I said, it was not an easy set to use. But it did bail me out, so I'm not going to knock it. I hinted at this one earlier. This is the chrome set of extension. Yeah, I talked about it. You know, it's also Monster Mobile. It's not impact rated, but it's the chrome set, and it's a little bit longer. These are a little bit longer than the impacts, but the wobbles, the universals. So Each universal one, if you can see on the handle, has the hole because you can also use it as a T handle. But I really only use the 13, the 8, and 10. I don't use too many of these, but when I need them, it's there. And the last thing that's in here, Fowler Tools and Instruments. I got it off of a Cornwall truck. It's a dial indicator with a magnetic base. I use that to check play on like the impellers and stuff for the turbos. On the 6.4s, there's some ways you got to test stuff when you're checking the turbos, and this thing used to come in handy a lot. I don't use it all that much, but it works. It works, and it does its job. I found other ways to do the same test, but if your boss wants to make sure you're doing the test right, if you're charging, you got to show them that you have the tool. But I do use that. It's a good tool. I guess the last thing I'll show today is this DeWalt shop vac or vacuum, wet dry vacuum. I use this when I'm cleaning out engine bays and stuff, or I'm about to take off an intake because I don't want to get crap in the engine itself. So I use that a lot too. That thing works great. It's strong, really powerful. I do got to replace the hose, but tape's working for now. So that concludes my tour of my setup and working out of at home. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and to ring that bell. Until next time, keep on keeping on. And please remember to make America great again. Power Stroke Jude, out.